Hello, friends. Welcome to all. Now it's time to see the answers to the guess the rubric activity number two. So before we get started, friends, let me tell you that this is one of the interesting activity, which with the help of which you can basically learn the rubrics and their proper appropriate meanings in a very interesting way. When you see a situation and when you are trying to hunt for a rubric from the repertory, then you may have to refer 10 rubrics to find the most appropriate one. So, on one end, you are learning 10 rubrics at a time, and secondly, you will also get a chance to cross match the different rubrics which is having the similar meaning. So this is how you increase your knowledge about the rubrics, and henceforth, when we will be doing more such activities, friends, definitely you will be familiar with most of the important rubrics from the repertory. So let's get started with the answers of the rubric guess activity number 2. Now, in this first clip, friends, you can see that the child is not able to concentrate on what her mother is trying to teach her. She is finding it difficult to focus on what is being taught to her. So, the rubric that can be applied here is concentration difficult, studying, reading, etc. while. So, that is a rubric that can be applied here. Absent minded reading while can also be thought of. And apart from that, some people have also gone for abstraction of mind. Abstraction of mind means inability to focus on something, and basically that rubric also suits here ideally and perfectly. So these are two very similar rubric which can be applied here: concentration difficult, studying, reading, etc. while, then abstraction of mind. And some one or two people have also gone for heedless. Heedless means lack of concern, careless. That also seems to be right here. So it cannot be called as wrong. So these three rubrics, all those people who have gone with these three options will be given as the right, will be marked as correct entries. Now let's move on to clip number 2. In the clip number 2, you can clearly observe at her background that all others are enjoying their company and she is sitting alone and she is missing her friend desperately. Now here some people have submitted the rubric forsaken feeling. Now if she had that forsaken feeling, look at her eyes. See, it is all your interpretation skill, friends. It's not necessary that what I am interpreting should be the right, always should be right. But if majority agree, then only you can go with it. Otherwise, it is your own interpretation, as I always say. Now, if you look at her eyes, she is not bothered about what others are doing. She is not interested to mingle with others. She is desperately missing someone whom she wants to be with her at that point of time. So she is missing her or his company. We don't know about whom she is thinking, but that company she is definitely missing, and she is not bothered. It's not a feeling that others are not including me, others have left me alone. That kind of feeling is not shown. She is not interested to chat with those people, and she is desperately missing someone whom she is loving, maybe. So here the rubric ideally that suits will be company desire for. She is not interested to mingle with the other people who are basically having a chit chat within themselves. It's not that others have left her alone. If that was the feeling, then she would have got a different kind of feeling in her eyes. So that doesn't reflect there. The desperation that is seen on her face is that she is terribly missing someone, the company of someone. So that is desire company for will be applied here. Now some people have also taken brooding feeling is also not getting reflected on her face. As you can see, the way she is looking at that object where friend is written, she is desperately missing that friend. So that rubric will be company desire for. The third clip is quite simple, friends. I was expecting you all to observe her action, not her face specifically in this case, because what she's doing through her, with her fingers, there is a specific rubric for that, and that is what was expected from you. That is very simple, friends. Biting fingers. So third one is quite simple. It is biting fingers. Ennui. I think that was how it. I was just searching in Google how to pronounce it basically. So this is what Google showed me, and this is the rubric. Whatever you pronounce it, it means. If you look at the dictionary meaning of this word, it says a feeling of listlessness and dissatisfaction arising from the lack of occupation or excitement. Here it's not related to occupation, but definitely she is not having any excitement at all. और अगर इसमें हिंदी का अगर हम मीनिंग निकालते हैं तो उसमें आता है, हिंदी का अगर मीनिंग हम निकालेंगे इसका, तो इसमें गूगल बाबा से पूछते हैं तो इसका जो हिंदी का मीनिंग आता है विरक्ति, मतलब टू गेट फेड अप completely, fatigue, tired, completely frustrated out of something. So that will be the rubric that will be applied here. Now the fifth one, friends, it is also quite simple. You can see the different actions that he is doing through his hands, and look at his facial expression. Without speaking, he is trying to convey a message to others. So basically, that is a gesture. So rubric will be gesture makes. Next one is quite simple. Somebody is writing something and then rubbing because he had made a mistake. So it is quite simple. Mistakes writing in. Mistakes writing in will be the rubric here. Let's see, move on to the next one, friends. The next one is you can see that how that person is trying to apologize for what he has done. He's admitting his mistake, but that lady is totally unmoved. She don't want to hear any apology. She's totally unmoved from the pleading that that person is doing. So the rubric here that would ideally suit is hatred, persons of who had offended, unmoved by apologies. That will be the rubric that will be suiting here. The next one is the man is blaming himself for his actions, what he has done. He's admitting his mistakes and he's saying that it's all because of me. It was my mistake. So basically, he's showing a disapproval or dissatisfaction on his own action. That is reproaches self. The next rubric has a couple of very closely running interpretations, friends. One, you can think about fault finding, censorious, or critical. The second thing is she is showing a disapproval or dissatisfaction on something others have done, something that others have done, showing a dissatisfaction, deep dissatisfaction and disappointed on somebody's other's action. So that is reproaches others, that also can be thought of. And again, sensorial critical fault finding, that also can be thought of here. Now the last one, you can see that if you look at her face, and she is not listening to what the person is saying. He's asking her to do something, and she's not bothered even to listen. And then, as if he's saying, as if go to hell then. So basically, she's to she has decided that I'm not going to listen to him. So she's not bothered to listen. So the rubric that you can think about in this clip, by looking at her face, and the expression is obstinate, ziddi, stubborn, obstinate, right? So these are the answers for the activity number 2, friends. Congratulations for all those who have given maximum right answer. The bonus points will be updated by tomorrow morning in your profile section for this activity. And as I said, from this month onwards, on every Saturday we will have a weekly contest, and apart from that, on a regular basis I'll be coming up with more such activities. Hope you all participate and encourage. Your participation is definitely a boost and encouragement for me to come up with more such activities. Let's make this entire process of learning, friends, very interesting.